Daily Broadside, day 523. I'm going to do something that most TikTokers are not doing tonight, and that's talk about 1984 and Jermaine Jackson. Why Jermaine Jackson? Of all damn people. He's done little to this earth. But one thing he did do was come up with a pretty melodic, catchy tune back in the early 80s there in 84. December 21st of 1984 is a Christmas song, or a Christmas release. Wasn't really a Christmas song. Unless you broke up at Christmas, maybe it would pair well then. But it's a little song called "Do What You Do." Okay, and this is what this is what I do, man. Like, I find these stupid things to look up, and then I spend like the next hour just like it just festers in me until I get to the bottom of every known facet and fact of these dumb things that plague me. And last night I spent a good 45 minutes delving into what in the hell was he talking about. All right. It just doesn't make any sense. Why don't you do what you do when you did what you did to me? And I'm listening to it. I'm like, man, that's catchy. I've forgotten about this song. It's good. And then I was like, what the hell's he talking about? Do what you do when you did what you did to me. And it got very confusing very fast, because it's, love was so good, something, blah, filled up all my needs. Obviously he's breaking up with somebody and he's lamenting the fact that, things just aren't the same and all anymore. But, then you go to the second verse, right? And it's like, I was crazy for you. You were crazy for me. How could something so right go so wrong? My love, sweet love. That's why they didn't ask me to sing it. They asked Jermaine, right? Jermaine with them big old cheekbones. He got some high, puffy cheekbones. But, yeah, so I'm reading it, and I'm like, first of all, like, we've all broken up with people, right? I mean, whether it was a 40-year marriage or your first girl that kissed you in the 6th grade. We've all, if we've put ourselves out there in the relationship realm, we've all had our heart ripped out of our chest, pissed on, and thrown into a river, or maybe, you just don't care that much, you just roll on with your life. But at any rate, we know what it's like to break up with somebody. Almost anybody who's reached the age of 30 can at least, go with that, right? But at no point in my life have I ever been through one of those situations where I'm like, wait, baby, wait. I don't call people baby, but if I did, for this story, baby, how could something so wrong go so right? Or how could something so right go so wrong? Nobody says that to anybody. No one in their right mind would ever say that to somebody, because you'd be like, on the other end of it, you'd be like, the fuck? What are you talking about, man? You're trying to be all poetic over there. You sound like an idiot, And then you ask a girl, like, or a dude. I'm saying a girl because that would be what I would say. I ask a girl, like, why don't you do what you do when you did? Why don't you say what you say when you said what you said to me? Like, okay. And then later on in the song, he goes into, he has like 2 other versions of it. It says, why don't you say what you say when you said what you said to me? Why don't you do what you do when you did what you did to me? And why don't they play what they played on the nights you danced with me? I had to write that one down. All right. First of all, the last one's easy. All right. Go up to the damn band. Hand them a $5 bill. They'll play any damn thing you want, okay? You want to hear anything that's ever been written. If they know it, they'll play it. So you shouldn't be bitching about why don't they play what they play. You didn't say nothing. The band can't read your damn mind, They don't know you want some, Huey Lewis in the news because they got a sax player just raring to go, Or maybe they got that sax player. Maybe they could play like 2 Tickets to Paradise or something. Do a little sax solo. Maybe some Men at Work. I'm running out of sax heavy stuff. Jerry Rafferty. But anyway, that one's easy. Okay. That's on you, bitch. You didn't ask the band what to play, so you can't blame them for not playing what you wanted them to play when you wanted them to play what they played for you back then. Okay. God, I'm starting to sound like Lewis Carroll. This is some rabbit hole crap. I'm telling you, man. It's just, it's stupid. But the second one, right? All right. Why don't you say what you say when you said what you said anymore? Okay. I mean, is that like, you don't tell me, you don't bring me flowers. You don't tell me I love you no more. Like, what? Just ask, like, say what you need to say, right? But the do what you do when you did what you did to me is the biggest thing. All right. So let's say are we talking like sexual stuff? Like, you got a girl that's just, she's not into everything. Like, you're into everything and it only happens like occasionally. And you're just like, hey girl, why don't you do what you did when you did what you did to me, or whatever the hell. I can't even say it anymore. I've said it so many times in my head because it just doesn't make, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. You know, it's like Bob Seger in Against the Wind. Wish I knew now what I didn't know then. That took me a minute to get, but then I was like, that's a brilliant damn line. And Bob himself has spoken about how when he wrote that line, he was like, that's dumb. Like, I can't really. But then as it grew on him, he's like, yeah, it's a brilliant line. And it really is. Toby Keith, by the way. Toby Keith Cotel or Covell, whatever his real name is. And Godspeed about his stomach cancer. I like Toby Keith. That sucks. He's got cancer and he's not doing well with it. But last I heard. But he actually took a song off his debut album called Wish I Didn't Know Now. Yeah, I think it's called Wish I Didn't Know Now. And it was stolen from, or borrowed, I guess you could say, from the Against the Wind lyrics there we're talking about. But okay, but let's say it's not sexual, right? Let's say that he's just talking about, like, bitch, you make a mean lasagna. Like ricotta, it's just got some layers. Like, it's a layered masterpiece. You know what I mean? Why don't you do what you did when you did what you did to that lasagna? You know, why don't you ever make lasagna anymore? We always getting takeout. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, man. And you know, Jermaine, one of the Jackson 5, right? You know, the video, he plays like a Godfather type person. Like he's like the what do you call it? The head of I guess the Godfather of the little mob group that he's in. So he's wearing like a wife beater and like some, what are those things called? Chinos? Is that what those pants are called? And he's got the hat. I think he's wearing like a hat. But then Iman, I think it was I guess she's black. The black chick that was the up and coming model there in the 80s. She's in the video. The video makes no sense. Doesn't shed any light whatsoever on this damn problem that we have understanding these lyrics. But I don't know, man. It just it's a catchy tune. I just think he probably shouldn't have spoken like stereo instructions, because none of it makes any sense. And the more you try to wrap your head around it, I think I've beaten this dead horse long enough. Last thing I'll say before we roll off into this Friday evening and into early Saturday morning is, people ask me all the damn time. Like, I can't go a day without somebody flagging me down. Sausage, what, come here. And I always want to say it like secretively. I'm like, yes. They're like, what are your favorites for sandwiches? I'm like, God, this again. I can't. Like, I need a shirt that says it. Okay, first of all, there's like 7 that I call my favorites, okay? A Cuban, a banh mi, anything to do with egg. It could be a fried egg sandwich, an egg salad sandwich. I'll just put egg, okay? Club, let's see, a po' boy. I would say definitely a torta. Oh, good torta. What's the other one? A French dip. I love a French dip. And I can't remember what it's called, like shawarma. It's like the Greek where they shave the lamb and the different meats off that like rotating vertical spit of meat, and then they put it into a sandwich. Hey, get him.